ASAP Rocky really rolled the dice in this case, and now he's looking at potentially many years in state prison. He was offered a 6-month deal, and because of the crowding in LA County jails, he would have already been out by now.
From the very start, Rihanna's superstar presence cast a shadow over the entire trial. She wasn't just there to support a dollar AP Rocky. Her presence commanded attention, shifted dynamics, and may have even influenced the jury. What should have been a legal battle turned into a media circus, with cameras flashing and every move Rocky made being dissected. Suddenly, it wasn't just about his guilt or innocence anymore. The real question is, was justice truly served? Or did fame and power tip the scales in a way that no courtroom should allow?
Rihanna is going all out to help ASAP Rocky.
Free up, Rocky! Breaking news. A dollar AP Rocky has been found not guilty and has officially won the case. But hold on, this saga is far from over. REI is furious, shouting that the entire trial was a setup from the very start. But the court sees it differently. They say REI was the one who lied. Now he's flipping the script, accusing Rocky of manipulating public opinion, twisting the court's decision, and even using his own baby to sway the outcome. Many believe Rocky only walked free because of Rihanna's influence. But let's not forget, Rocky took a massive risk. He was facing 2 felony counts of assault with a semi-automatic firearm. If convicted, he could have been locked up for 24 years. Instead of taking a plea deal that could have reduced his sentence, he chose to fight back. Now, let's rewind to where it all started. Hollywood, California, November 6, 2021. Reports say REI and Rocky met near the W Hotel on Hollywood Boulevard to settle some personal disputes. But things took a dangerous turn the moment REI showed up. According to REI, Rocky didn't waste a second. He grabbed him by the collar, got in his face, and pulled out a black semi-automatic gun. REI claims the gun was pressed against his chest, making it clear his life was on the line. Then, out of nowhere, Rocky allegedly put the gun away and walked off. But REI wasn't backing down. He followed him, still trying to talk things out. That's when, according to REI, Rocky spun around, pulled the gun out again, and fired. The bullet grazed REI's hand, leaving him shaken but alive. And there's more. Surveillance footage reportedly shows REI following one of Rocky's crew members just before the shooting. Even worse, cameras on Vista Del Mar Avenue actually captured the sound of gunfire. Now that Rocky is free, REI refuses to let this slide. He's still crying foul, and insiders say he might file a civil lawsuit or even appeal the verdict. So what do you think? Did justice really win? Or is another legal war just beginning? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
That doesn't look like it was caused by a bullet. I guess it could have been, and we'll maybe hear from that. It definitely looks more like, I guess if you punch somebody, you wouldn't, I guess you could scrape these knuckles if you punch somebody, but more likely, like if you fell on the ground, we saw multiple people falling on the ground in the video, you scraped on that, you could have scraped it on it.
Dollar AP Rocky was eventually taken into custody at LAX, and the scene was straight out of a movie. The moment he and Rihanna stepped off their private jet from Barbados, police stormed in, surrounding him on the spot. But the chaos didn't stop there. Within hours, authorities raided Rocky's home, tearing through every inch of the place, searching for evidence. And in a shocking move, rumors quickly spread that Rihanna was even beloved from entering. Police feared she might tamper with potential proof. But after all that, nothing. No weapon. No hard evidence. Nothing linking Rocky to the crime. Meanwhile, REI is still calling foul, claiming Rocky got away scot-free and that the lawsuit was dropped unfairly. But Rocky's side of the story. He says the so-called weapon was actually just a pyro pip, meant only to create sound, nothing more. And let's talk about the so-called proof. The case against Rocky hangs on a grainy, low-quality security video and a random woman's 911 call where she only reported hearing something suspicious. So, was Rocky truly innocent? Or did he just barely dodge a 24-year sentence? The debate over what really happened is far from over.
So 10:18 p.m., LAPD receives this call that there's been a shooting at the intersection of Argyle and Summer. The call continued though.
Did you see him? You just heard him?
Yes. No, wait, we watched it.
Okay, what did you see?
There were 4 men, and they were both fighting as they were walking along Argyle, and they turned left onto Selma. We were yelling and they started running, and they turned left into the back lot apartments, or El Centro apartments.
Now, the 4 men that you see on that screen will be the 4 men that we'll talk about in a minute. They were the 4 that were at that location.
Pretty confident that he's going to be able to come up with something here, and that, you know, Relli has a background or a motive here that's going to be exposed. But I mean, just based on the preliminary hearing, I mean, we saw the videos of this. The evidence is pretty stark here. He might have to really work some magic. Joe might get him.
This is where things start getting seriously strange. From the moment the incident happened, something felt off. When police arrived at the scene, there was no weapon, no solid evidence. In fact, there wasn't even proof that a shooting had actually taken place. But here's where it gets even weirder. Just 1 hour later, REI returns to the scene, and out of nowhere, he discovers shell casings just lying there. Wait, how? How did the police miss something so crucial? Were they just sloppy, or did REI plant the so-called evidence himself? Because let's be real, what are the chances that he just happened to stumble upon them? Almost like they were left there for him to find. None of this adds up. So now the real question is, was the evidence faked, or is there something even more sinister going on behind the scenes?
I don't think I've ever been this upset before. In my whole career, both as a prosecutor and as an attorney, this is not fair. It's not fair to me.
Just when it seemed like things were finally making sense, Judge Mark Arnold threw everyone for a loop, flat out refusing to accept this so-called evidence. Then came the real shocker. One of $AP Rocky's closest friends took the stand, swearing on the Bible that the entire incident was actually just a music video shoot with Rihanna. And if that wasn't enough, another defense witness backed up the same story, while calling REI out for lying. According to this witness, REI knew the truth from the very beginning, but still chose to twist the story for his own gain. Then came the most explosive moment of the trial. Rocky's legal team dropped undeniable proof, real text messages from REI himself, where he was caught threatening Rocky. So now the question isn't just about Rocky's innocence anymore. Was REI the real aggressor all along, or is there something much darker happening behind the scenes?
He told his friend that Rocky was a piece of and declared, I'm gonna beat this up. You know, it's funny. They showed you a lot of text messages. I didn't see that one.
At this point, the jury started to question everything. Was REI really a victim? Or was he just playing the system to cash in on the chaos? Then, a darker theory started circulating, one that shook everyone. Sources close to the situation made a startling claim. Rihanna, a billionaire, allegedly had a history of pressuring Rocky for money, using their relationship as leverage. Could this entire case have been just an elaborate setup? A calculated scheme to force Rocky into paying up big? At the end of the day, the real question remains. Was REI fighting for justice? Or was he just chasing a fat paycheck?
I feel like there's a chance that Rocky could really get caught up in it and do some time.
Now, this is a criminal case or a civil case?
This is, I think it's criminal, bro.
Criminal now. Yeah. It's criminal now. It's
criminal, yeah. So this is not. It's not what you want. It's not what you want. Yo.
So
And the guy coming after Rocky, what's his name? ASAP something. One of them ASAPs.
I think it's Relli. Yeah.
Never heard of him, but he's definitely trying to get some paper. That's coming next.
Of course.
Oh, you got a child with a billionaire? And you did what? And what happened? Ow, my hand. Ouch.
My neck.
Yeah,
I need that.
That's not what you want.
If there was actual footage, because I seen it, didn't they say there was footage or something like that?
The video that I saw, though, there's a lot of like shoving back and forth. You can't really make out a lot, but I don't know. There is video.
He must know without a doubt that he's gonna get off, because you think about it, they basically gonna give you 180 days, which is still time.
Yeah.
But in LA, they commute everybody's sentence because the jails are overpopulated, right? So most people in LA only do a percentage of the time.
I hope Rocky knows something we don't know. Yeah. Because I would have took that.
Yeah.
I'm not risking.
$AP Rocky has been found not guilty on all charges, and he and Rihanna are wasting no time celebrating. Rihanna isn't holding back. She made it clear that no one disrespects Rocky and gets away with it. Meanwhile, REI is left completely speechless. Things got even more heated when a reporter dared to ask Rocky about his childhood friend's death. Before he could even respond, Rihanna shut it down immediately, not letting anyone twist the story. Then, before anything else, Rihanna took to Instagram with a powerful message. She wrote, "All glory belongs to God. Thank you. humbled by his grace. But this isn't just about winning a case, it's a statement to the world. Rocky is free, but the drama? Oh, that's far from over. EI is spiraling out of control while $AP Rocky and Rihanna celebrate their victory. Desperate to save face, REI lashed out on Instagram, claiming he never lied. Instead of clearing his name, he went on a scathing rant, saying, "Gossiping is just entertainment for people with no real ambitions or purpose in life. I don't care if you hate me, drag my name, or say something nasty. Your existence does nothing for me." But here's where things take a darker turn. Insiders claim Rocky didn't win because he was innocent. He won because of power and money. And Rihanna, her influence loomed over the courtroom from the very start. She made sure the cameras caught her the second she walked in, even bringing their kids to cheer Rocky on. But this wasn't just for show. It was strategic pressure. The media lost their minds. Every move Rihanna made was followed. And suddenly, Rocky's case wasn't just a trial, it became a global headline. With that level of intense scrutiny, the prosecution had to think twice before every move. So was justice really served? Or did Rocky dodge prison because of this hay?
You worried about your family if you do wind up going to prison?
ASAP Rocky's fate will soon be in the hands of a jury.
Rihanna, do you think ASAP's going to be found innocent?
Rihanna arrived this morning at 11:21 a.m., 2 hours after today's closing arguments got underway.
Not everyone in that courtroom was convinced. Some prosecutors saw right through the media frenzy. In a blunt warning to the jury, District Attorney John Lee made it crystal clear: Rihanna and the kids should not influence the verdict. I want to make one thing clear: he should be treated like anyone else. It doesn't matter how famous his partner is, how adorable his kids are, or how much they laugh and smile during closing arguments. But here's where things get even more shocking. Rocky's own lawyer, Joe Tacopina, seemingly admitted it. He hinted that Rihanna's presence in court may have swayed the jury. So now the real question is this: was this a true victory for justice? Or was the verdict shaped by power, influence, and celebrity?
They seem to be obsessed with Rihanna and her being there, so I don't think this jury's going to be swayed by Rihanna.
It definitely helps, though, Joe, right? I mean, you can admit it. It doesn't hurt.
Who knows? I don't think it hurts because...
Okay, hold on. You said who knows. I know. The answer is yes. I know.
I don't. Yeah, look, these are people. We don't know jurors think. Like, we have people from all different walks of life on that jury. So who knows what it means?
In the end, it all paid off. After just 3 hours of deliberation, the jury returned with a shocking verdict: not guilty on all charges. No further explanation. No hesitation. Rocky walked out of that courtroom a free man. The moment the verdict was read, the entire room froze. Some were stunned. Others sighed in relief, and a few absolutely outraged. But one thing is undeniable: Rocky is free, the case is closed. Justice or power play, that's still up for debate. But the controversy? Oh, it's just getting started.
Under Superior Court, County of Los Angeles. People of the State of California versus Joaquin Mayers, case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury of the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of
Interview 91/938. As expected, REI is getting dragged across Instagram. Everywhere you look, he's being roasted, hundreds of comments calling this the biggest betrayal and most desperate money grab hip-hop has ever seen. One user didn't hold back. "This is disgusting. Rocky paid for the funeral, and this is how you repay him. And now that you didn't get your way, you're out here snitching. Pathetic." Another went straight for the jugular. "You started the drama, deleted messages, and then tried to play the victim. Bro, this was never about justice. It was a straight-up cash grab." But the most damning part: in a moment that exposed his true motives, REI was caught saying, "I'd introduced you to the hip-hop business, but you forgot about me once you made it." And that's when the internet knew this wasn't about crime. This was about jealousy. But hold up, not everyone is convinced Rocky is completely innocent. Some are still side-eyeing the verdict. If Rocky was really innocent, why did the prosecution offer him a 6-month plea deal? No one gives a deal that light unless their case is weak. At the end of the day, Rocky stood his ground, and it paid off. Had he taken the plea, he might have lost everything: his career, endorsements, reputation. But now, Rocky walks away free, and REI. His name is in the gutter. So, what do you think? Did Rocky just play his cards right, or was this case doomed from the start? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for the latest in hip-hop.